Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Aradhana, and in today's video I am going to talk about a few books that helped me during my UGC net preparation. A lot of you asked me in the comments that what are the books that I used and what are the must-have books for a person who is preparing for the exam. So yeah, here is a whole book list of the books that I used during my preparation and which had helped me, according to me, during my preparation a lot. So yeah, let's get into today's video. So starting off with the first and the most important book that I think is there for any literature student, whether you are preparing for UGC net or you are in BO or your MA, is A Glossary of Literary Terms by Abrams. Now this book is kind of a dictionary and I'm going to tell you how to use it, because a lot of you say that you have this book but you don't know how to use this book. It's kind of a dictionary. If you can see that there are a few things given on each topic that you will find in literature. It is kind of a dictionary for literature students. Okay, so whenever you come across a word, just look it up in this book and you will get a few most important points. You will get some suggested readings as well, the name of a few books. So just inculcate all that in your notes. And yeah, now let's see how to use this book actually while you are making your notes.
Okay, so let's see how to prepare notes from this book. So for example, people talk a lot about literary criticism, that it is very hard unit and everything, but you can prepare it from this book. But here we can see that there is psychological and psychoanalytic criticism. Now it is written that psychological criticism deals with the work of literature primarily as an expression in an indirect or fictional form of the state of mind and the structure of personality of the individual author. मतलब individual author के स्टेट ऑफ माइंड और स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ पर्सनैलिटी को एक्सप्रेस करता है साइकोएनालिटिक क्रिटिसिज्म. ठीक है, इन एन इनडायरेक्ट या फिर फिक्शनल वे में. दिस इज अ सिंपल मीनिंग. नाउ यू कैन जस्ट राइट डाउन दैट यू डोंट हैव टू राइट ऑल ऑफ दिस. यू जस्ट हैव टू राइट इट इज एन एक्सप्रेशन ऑफ द स्टेट ऑफ माइंड और स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ पर्सनैलिटी ऑफ एन ऑथर इन एन डायरेक्ट और इनडायरेक्ट फॉर्म. ओके, इनडायरेक्ट एंड फिक्शनल फॉर्म. Simple, itna likh lo and just get on with it. Then now you can also see there is also a quote given by Thomas Carlyle from 1827. So you can write these as well, or you can underline the most important thing. Once you underline the most important thing, first you have to read the whole thing. Just read it. Then you have to analyze the fact that what are the most important things which you have to, and then you can just write it down. Okay, I think, and here you can see that I have used different color pens to underline different things, so that you don't have to, once you come back to this, you don't have to be confused about it. So I think that would be very, very clear.
I think this is one of those books which is a must have for every literature student, and you must have this book because on internet you go on looking for a word and you get like hundreds of websites and you have no idea which one you should look up to. And I think this is where this book comes in very handy, because it gives you a very brief but a very clear idea of that topic. So yeah, I think I'll recommend this book. The second book that I'm going to talk about is The History of English Literature by William J. Long. Now you will have to read the history of English literature if you are a literature student. This is just 600 pages, and you can also make a schedule. This is what I did, because when I got this book I was so overwhelmed, like it was 600 pages and I was like, how am I going to even finish this during that preparation, So what I did was that I made a schedule kind of thing that I'm going to read. Like I started with just 10-12 pages, and then धीरे-धीरे I increase the number of pages, so like 25 pages or 50 pages. So if you start reading like 20 pages every day, then you can finish this book in like 2-3 months. Okay, so I don't think so it is going to take 6 months or 7 months. So just slowly you read History of English Literature, and side by side you are also covering up other units as well. This is very good book for History of English Literature. It might seem boring a little bit when you start, but you will get off. You have to make it interesting yourself. So yeah, I think this book is very interesting. Now the third book is The Beginning Theory by Peter Berry. Now I use this book to understand structuralism, deconstructionism and all those kinds of things. but I think the language of this book is a little bit hard. I bought this book because one of my professors recommended this book in a class in my MA. So then I got this book, and this helped me in UGC net preparation. I think I got most of these books during my masters, so I didn't have to buy any books during my preparation. A lot of books I don't have to buy. So yeah, this is a book which is going to help you a lot in literary criticism, in literary theory and all those kinds of things. And this book might seem a little bit hard, but it has given examples of literary theory, all those kinds of things given, and multiple examples I've seen that has been given in this book. And it is kind of a very good book if you get the hang of the language. It might be a little bit difficult. So I think what I would suggest is that before you invest your money in this book, and just later on to find out that this is not your cup of tea, just go and download a PDF of this book, or maybe a sample ebook of this book, so that you read 1 or 2 pages and you can see if you are comfortable with the language or not. So but I will recommend this book because it is kind of a really good book which covers all the topics of the literary theory and literary criticism kind of thing. So yeah. Now let's get to poetry. And in poetry, the first thing that comes is Shakespearean sonnets. And a lot of you ask me in the comments how to prepare Shakespearean sonnets. So I took this book to prepare Shakespearean sonnets, and I have annotated a few of my favorite sonnets by him as well. So in this book, what you can see is that there are sonnets given, and then there are the explanations of that sonnet, or not explanation but the references and allusions, or kind of the old language has been a little bit explained in this one. You can just read 2 sonnets every day and you will be okay with this book. So that's how I prepared Shakespearean sonnet. Now for other sections of the poetry, what I did was that I got this kind of a printout where I printed all of those poems, most important poems, so that I could read them. I was consuming a lot of content from my laptop during my preparation, so I was like really straining my eyes. So I got these printed, the most important poems that I thought were important. So all of these poems, and then I started reading those, because I cannot read poems all the time from laptop. So I just printed them so that I could read it on paper, and I could also write those things. I don't know why, but while you write all these things with your hand, it kind of makes you memorization better. So I don't know how, if that is actually true or not, but yeah, this is how I do. So you can just see that how I prepared all of these notes, okay, of poems. So yeah, that's it. You can do that, you cannot do that, that's totally up to you. Then people also ask about the Oxford Companion. I also made a short of this book because of one comment, and I'm going to say that again. If you have this book, good, use this. If you can get a PDF of this book, then you can very well just get all the important things, and you don't have to buy this big chunk of a book. So I would not ask you to buy Oxford Companion. It is good, but it doesn't have anything new. It is also kind of a dictionary, but yeah, you don't have to actually buy this book. I had this book available at my home, so I used it. Otherwise I didn't had any kind of intention to buy this book. Okay, now coming to fiction, a lot of you also ask if I read all the texts of fiction. I did not, but I did read a chunk of books during my preparation. You can see all of these books are very short books, because it kind of became very boring and kind of monotonous. It becomes, I mean, you people would understand that because you people be experiencing that. So I read some of these books. These are very small books, so it kind of relaxed me a bit as well, and it was kind of entertaining. So I read this. Also it helped me in exam, so I mean, win-win for me. So yeah, mostly dramas are very important. Way of the World, and Streetcar Named Desire. Tennessee Williams is a very important dramatist. A Room of One's Own, Dr. Faustus. Okay, one thing I also did was that I read all the Shakespearean dramas, like all the 4 biggest tragedies of Shakespeare during my preparation. During the first time, that time I failed, I read all of them. They did help, but I failed, so it didn't help a lot actually. But I read them because it was kind of interesting, and I was like, I didn't really mind it a lot. So I read Hamlet, Othello, Macbeth and King Lear during my preparation, and it was worth it. They are so good. My favorite drama of Shakespeare is King Lear, by the way. And let me know which is your favorite Shakespearean drama in the comments. Jao jaldi comment karo sab log. Okay, so yeah, that's I think all of the books that I read during my preparation. I hope I have covered everything. Also, for literary criticism, the important sort of essays like the Apology for Poetry and Biographia Literaria ka chapter 14, I think for all those I also got this kind of a printout. I don't know, it is kept somewhere there. I have no intention of getting up. Okay, I'm lazy right now. Get those essays. You can read those essays, and you should read those essays because those are very important, and those are just like 3-4 pages, and I used to read them and mark them the most important things, or if there was any question asked. So those are the kinds of things I did. So yeah, I believe I have covered all of the books that I used during my preparation, and I hope this video was useful. Do let me know if there is any query. Links of all the books will be in the description. And yeah, happy Diwali to all of you. I'm making this video 2 days before Diwali, and actually I just shot this video just half an hour before, and then I checked the video and it didn't record my voice. I hope it records my voice this time, because then I will be I was like this close to crying. I was so I got so upset, and then I was like, I'm going to make a video right now. And at this point in time, my phone has like battery of just 15%. So yeah, so I thought just let's go get over with the video, because I cannot procrastinate more. It being 15 days almost since I posted a long video. So yeah, that was the whole thing. I just start talking and then I go on. So yeah, let's meet in the next video. Till then, bye bye.